Hey everybody, so today's video is going to be my Halloween reads video. I have some books here that I really would like to talk about. I'm going to say that it was kind of difficult for me to pick books that I haven't talked about before, and I didn't get to do that. I've talked about all these before, and there's only a few. I really only picked like 4 or 5 of them because I've talked about my Halloween reads. Actually, I'll see if I can create a playlist of all the videos I've done where you will have seen these books in the videos. So, but I just wanted to do this because it's Halloween time. I wanted to create content for you all, and I just want to do it. So yeah, so let's do it. So, Halloween reads Hoodoo by Ronald L. Smith. This is a really good book. I've talked about this before, but this is a spooky one, and it's so spooky that when I first read it, I was reading it in bed. It was late at night, and I remember it scared the crap out of me, and I had to go and update Twitter and Instagram and be like, yeah, this book is scary. It's middle grade, but it's scary. And I love when middle grade just goes balls to the wall and scares the crap out of kids. That's the point. Yeah, there's some books where they're you can tell they're trying to write horror, but they're trying to make it kid friendly. Okay, there's an extent that you get to where that's okay, but making everything super cheesy, not scary at all, that's not my vibe. That's not my vibe. So usually I like horror books that are middle grade to be fucking scary. So if you're gonna write middle grade horror, you better write middle grade horror. And this is one of the ones that I think is really spooky. So yeah, so highly recommend this one. Then we have The Cavendish Home for Boys and Girls. This one, I don't think I've talked about this one for a while. This is, I would say this is middle grade horror, thriller, fantasy-ish. If you like Coraline, you will really, really enjoy this. There's no way in hell that you will not like this if you love Coraline. And yeah, this is really good. There's like bugs on the pages. Let me see if I can find a couple of them. Oh, there's really cool Coraline-esque illustrations. This is just a really, really good book. Oh, there's a bug right there. Yeah, I remember I was reading this and I thought it was a real bug, and I threw the book across the room and I dented it. I remember that I dented the shit out of this. Where is it at? It's on here somewhere. I dented the crap out of this book. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Do you see how it's bent in right here? Yeah, I threw it across the room because it scared the crap out of me because I thought it was a real bug, and I don't fuck with bugs like that. So, yeah. Yeah, so good. It's about a young girl who's, I didn't even tell you what Hoodoo was about. Should I tell you what these are about? Let me see really quickly. Hoodoo is about a young boy who discovers his family is magical, and there's this evil shadow person who's after his family and their power, and he's coming to terrorize them in this town, and it's spooky as shit. Yeah, there you go right there. I'll give you a little something, because if I tell you what this one's about, it's not fair that I didn't tell you what that one was. This one's about a young girl whose best friend goes missing, and she finds out that he may be being held captive in this spooky house. And there's this evil woman, and there's bugs, and there's hypnosis and creepy shit going on, and just yeah, this one's pretty spooky. Didn't scare me, but pretty spooky. So highly recommend this, and that cover is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. Yeah, so highly recommend that. And then obviously I can't do a video like this, a Halloween reads video, spooky books, without mentioning John Bellairs. Who the fuck am I if I don't recommend John Bellairs to you all? So I did pick out The House with the Clock on its Walls because this one gives me more Halloween-ish vibes, and it's the one that most people recognize more because the movie came out in 2018. And the movie's good too, but the book is better, obviously. This one, let me tell you, this one's a pretty spooky one. I really like this one, especially the audiobook. If you can get a hold of the audio, I would highly recommend the audio. It's narrated by George Goodall, and he does a really good job at narrating the John Bellairs books. I wish he had done all of them, but he didn't get to. But this one is about a young boy named Lewis who goes to stay with his uncle after his parents pass away. And let me tell you all again, because no matter what, people love to compare these books to Harry Potter. There is no comparison. People like to say that they're copycats. How is that possible if these books came out in the 70s and the 80s? J.K. Rowling didn't release Harry Potter until the early 90s. So if anybody's copying anybody, it's her. So let's just get that out of the way because people love to bring that up so much. And I'm just like, nah, bitch, this came out in 1973. Bye. Don't even try it. But yeah, so he goes to stay with his uncle after his parents pass away. He finds out that his uncle's a wizard and his uncle's best friend is a witch. And her name is Miss Zimmerman. She's a boss. I love her. And he is trying to impress this guy at school. So he steals his uncle's like precious like dark spells book and accidentally brings somebody back from the dead. You know, just typical like October shit that you should do with your friends. And all hell breaks loose. There's this evil woman that's after him. It's crazy. It's amazing. And I love it so much. And I highly recommend it. So obviously, I can't do a video like this without telling you guys about my own books because I do have 2 middle grade horror novels called The Library of Souls and The Carnival of Doom that have been out since 2017 and 2018. And they're really spooky, really fun, and I enjoyed creating them. Yes, I know people keep saying they want a 3rd book. There is not a 3rd book. There won't be a 3rd book, but there is something that I'm working on. Okay, it's been too long to where there can't be a 3rd book. But like, I've been, you know, coming to the realization. I've been like, you can't do a 3rd book. Like, it's too long. Simon's older now. It just doesn't make any sense. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna do something else. Yeah, in the same world, so everything will work. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. We'll see what happens. Putting it out there into the universe. Okay, all right. But yeah, Library of Souls, Carnival of Doom. Go check them out. They're $1 right now for Kindle readers. So just Kindle. So go ahead and check those out if you can. But yeah, there's those. And then there's this one. Obviously, this is not really spooky. Like, there's spooky vibes. It's not a horror novel. It's very light, very cozy. But this is also a really good book to read during October. So I have to bring up my book, my most current one. This came out this year. One Day with Miss Penderly. And it's so good. It's so good. Like, I know I'm the author. It's good. And also everyone who's read it has really enjoyed it. There's like a couple of people who don't really care for it, which to each their own. If you don't like it, it's okay. But like, everybody likes this one. I think everybody does. Yes, and there's gonna be another one. Things will be coming soon. Don't worry about it. And then back here we have Could You Survive a Day with Miss Penderly? Could you? Read the book and find out. But yeah, so obviously can't, you know, do these videos without mentioning my own books, and highly recommend this one. Obviously, it's mine. Yeah, I just have to do that. I have to. But now we're done with the middle grade books. Let's go ahead and get into a couple of adult books. Obviously, The Shining by Stephen King is so good. Who else can I think of right now that I can mention? Who I cannot bring myself to remember. Thornhill by Pam Smythe. That's a good one. I have it over there and I forgot to mention it. Obviously Goosebumps. Some other things, stuff like that. But Goosebumps is not adult books, but Thornhill is YA. Yeah. There's that. But now let's get to these other ones. So there are only 2 here, so sorry about that. But Mary Higgins Clark. I've discovered her this year. And I really enjoy her. She's amazing. Her writing is so good. And this one is pretty fucking spooky. So this is Where Are the Children? And this one is not a horror novel, it's a thriller. But like, if you're a parent, this is a horror novel. I'm not a parent yet. But this is a horror novel. I have sisters. This is a horror novel. This is about a woman who in her first marriage, she had a husband and she had 2 kids, and the 2 kids went missing and they were found murdered. And her husband killed himself and everyone thought that she killed her kids. So she gets, you know, the whole witness protection changed name and all that, and now she has a new husband and she has 2 kids. And one day, both of her new children go missing. And everybody thinks that she's done it again. But has she? Find out. They need to make this one into a movie, a good movie. The movie that they released, but they need to do, yeah. Especially the audiobook. Read it on audio. You gotta do it. It's good. All right, and then the next one. This is the last one that I'm gonna be talking about. Is They Never Learn, and this is by Lane Fargo. I took a picture of it on my phone. Everybody knows what this one is, right? I think everyone was talking about this last year. This is by Lane Fargo. This is a book about a woman who's a serial killer, and I'd call her a serial killer, and she kills men only, and the police are starting to get closer because she's killing people on campus at this university, and they're getting a little too close. It's really thrilling and really fun. And I really, really like it. So I would highly recommend that one if you can get a hold of it, especially on audio as well, because I did read that one on audio, just to let you know. That's why I don't have a physical copy for myself. But I would actually like to own a copy of that one because it was really good. And I had to own a copy of this. I read this in audio, but I had to own it because it's so good, yeah. And I really enjoy Mary Higgins Clark, and I would highly recommend her if you haven't read any of her books. But yeah, let me stop talking so fast. Stop talking so fast. Okay. Alright, so that's pretty much it. So I will see you all next time with another video. Why am I talking so quickly? Do I do that? Do I talk quickly? Huh. Okay. Alright. Bye. Happy Halloween.